Hello, everyone. Welcome back, and welcome to the weekly tip-off. We've got a great show for y'all today. We're going to talk about the Knicks. They just lost 8 out of 10. What in the world is going on in New York? We also shift to the West Coast. The Warriors just lost Jimmy Butler for the year, and now they're playing Jonathan Kuminga. Pretty awkward situation. Then we're going to talk about the trade rumors. And look, last but not least, the Hornets went to LA, beat the Lakers. Got a special message from our friend here.
I lost the bet to Chris. It's time to pay up. Go Hornets.
Hey, let's start the show, guys. All right. Love winning the bet against somebody else who's hating on the Hornets. So it's fantastic. Welcome back, Todd. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Let's dive on in it. It's a lot of good and bad basketball being played. Look, we're in the Northeast, man, and the Knicks looking bad out here. Lost 8 out of 10. They just lost by 30, believe, to the Mavs. Yeah, it's looking bad out here, man.
Bad starting five.
Yeah. So look, let's talk about it, man. What do you think? And what's your initial thoughts on, the Knicks and Brunson calling the players only meeting? Where do they go from here, man?
I think they need to trade. I mean, their starting five is good, but you look at stats, like their defense is atrocious. They're giving up 48%, 50% shooting to the other team. They're losing the free throw battle. It just means the guys are out of position. They're fouling. They're reaching. Cat's not getting back on defense in some positions. So, it's a mess. And they're shooting. I mean, they're shooting around 40%, 42, 44%. So they're not shooting terribly. But if they're giving up a score every other possession, it's going to be hard to win.
I agree, man. And look, that starting lineup against the Mavs were pretty bad. Losing at home is never great. And I don't know what you do. I mean, look, I heard a lot from, a lot of the fans with the Knicks. I mean, I think the Mikal Bridges trade is going to go down as pretty rough. And even with Cat, I'm not sure what team is going to want him. I think there's going to be a team out there. The guy is good, obviously. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, can you bring him in to essentially, be a cornerstone of a successful team? Two teams told you no, right? Yeah. And so even when they made the Western Conference Finals, Cat didn't even really play, right? Like at the end of the games because the defense was a liability.
Yeah. And they had Naz Reid who could kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
And Gobert just played center. But I hear you. I mean, we thought the Randall swap with him was just weird.
Yeah.
Because they the end of the season rolling. They were a fun team to watch. I think they lost in a game 7 or something. In the playoffs, but they were fun, right? They played hard, scrappy, and now they just look disinterested, and lazy.
Yeah.
So it's a big turnaround. I don't know. I mean, to me, it kind of falls on Mike Brown.
Well,
they didn't look like this last year.
That's true. That's true.
Same people. The only difference is Mike Brown.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but look, I understand, but a lot of that accountability falls on the players too, and I think that's what Brunson's saying. It's just you can't look at everybody else; you got to look in the mirror. I just, again, we kind of had that conversation of just you swap Randall for Towns. People say what they want to about Randall. Randall wasn't a cone. He wasn't playing this bad of a defense. And look, even if he was, he's kind of showing better defensive chops in Minnesota. So you can kind of say, was it the coaching for Randall as well, right?
No, you can, but I think the coach's job is to get the players to do what they need to do, right? and that's not being done now, right? Like it's just to me, it's just that simple. Like same thing with Memphis. Like they had Taylor Jenkins. The team was top 4 in the West. Morant was looking good. They have a new coach. He doesn't like him. He doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Right. And that's in all sports. Like you look at the Pats last year.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't vibe with their coach. They were 4-13, and now they're 14-3.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you can have a same group of players and just one coaching swap. You can get a lot more out of them, or you can get a lot less. And I don't know. It's early. The Knicks is early because they won the cup and they were looking pretty good.
All right.
Just on a downswing. So he has a lot of time before the playoffs start.
Yeah. I hate for people to rush to conclusions here with the season. Like you said, they did win the NBA Cup. And I know that's kind of like almost like a death sentence in the NBA because nobody's won the NBA Cup and won it all. But they look good against the Spurs. They they did their thing. It's a long season, 82 games. You're gonna go through downswings, going to go through upswings. Like you gotta never get too high, never get too low. And so this will test them. But thing about just New York is New Yorkers have no patience. And we'll see what kind of happens in this market. It's a different market. Let me ask you from a fantasy perspective, like if you have a bunch of Knicks players or you're going up against the Knicks, like what should you do?
Oh, if I have a star going against the Knicks, it's an instant start. Like they're letting up scores 50% of the time. Like you got to start them.
So they're playing Brooklyn soon. You're starting MPJ.
Oh, 1,000%. Especially if Brooklyn plays small, and then MPJ is like at the 4.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, OG's good, but like if they switch a lot and like you can get Cat on you, Cat pick and roll, like that's a bucket
every time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, man, it's interesting because the Mikal Bridges trade just has so many ramifications because if they don't make that trade, they probably have Giannis right now. Which is, they could,
potentially, but like at that time, like Giannis wasn't willing to leave Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And then they were making trades to get better help, and he got Lillard. You didn't know the Lillard thing was going to just fail. So like there are so many cogs of that wheel that kind of just fell off that you couldn't anticipate. So I don't know. I think when the Bridges trade happened, most of the talk I heard was, I can't believe we got Bridges.
Yeah, that's true. I did hear
definitely people talked about you gave up a lot, but like if the Knicks are going to be a good team, what are you getting 20 to 30 in the draft? Right? Mm-hmm. Probably a bench player, probably someone who's not starting. So end of the day, like Bridges will probably turn out better than anyone they would have gotten. Like look at the Nets last year. They drafted 5 rookies.
Yeah.
I don't even think you can name all 5 rookies. Like, right? So, like, what is that going to do?
That's true. That is very true. It's hard to get rookies at that part of the draft and have them be impactful. Unless you're the Hornets, because we have 2 rookies like in that position that are starting. But that's a whole other thing.
Well, what about okay, sure you do, but what about the guy from UConn?
Liam McNeely, he's in the G League for our team, right? But I mean,
you drafted him higher than you got Khan, and then Kalkbrenner was after McNeely.
Yeah, and Sion James was in there too. Sion James is a really good player. Like he's a really good player. So I mean, look, but we're a young team. It's different than like a veteran team. Like
looking to win.
Looking to win is way different. So I agree with that. But you heard it here first, folks. Like you're going against the Knicks, play them. They're gonna do well.
Absolutely.
All right, let's shift to the West Coast, man. I think the Golden State Warriors, they just lost Jimmy Butler for the year against Miami, which is like I saw Nick Young saying it was karma. That's kind of ridiculous. But that's a tough loss, and also that has so many ramifications for this team because this team might just need to blow it up at this point because he's making a ton of money, maybe in the 50s and 60s this year and next year. Then you also have Steph, and you have Draymond. But the bigger story coming out of there, obviously, with Jonathan Kuminga, he demanded a trade. I don't know what's going on over there with Kuminga. It's pretty awful for him just sitting. I have been a Steve Kerr advocate, particularly in the Olympics, but to me and you highly disagree on.
Highly.
But this Kuminga situation just looks kind of ridiculous. And he came out last night against the Raptors, dropped 20, 7 out of 10. Looked pretty good for just shaking the rust off. But at the same time, they did lose against the Raptors, but the Warriors aren't that great of a team, like they keep it, to be honest. Even though they've won, I believe, 11 out of their last 15, which has been good. So, but you're going to trust them in the playoffs to win with just Steph and Draymond, and who knows if they'll have Kuminga. So, interesting to see. There's so many ramifications with the Kuminga thing. Do you like the trade value of him? Like now, do you show them and then higher trade value? Are they trying to get Michael Porter Jr.? Kind of, what's your thoughts over there with the whole Kuminga situation?
I feel bad for the guy. He's in a tough spot. Clearly, Kerr doesn't really like him because even if you look on their depth chart, he's fourth. like that's insane. Yeah. And this is a team that is in dire need of scoring because every team's just going in looking to double Steph. And right now, without Jimmy Butler, you have Will Richard at the 2, Moody at the 3, and then you have Draymond and then Quentin Post at the center. So, outside of Moody, who can sometimes get you 20, I don't know where points are coming from.
Yeah, you got to depend on the bench player getting hot, and
yes,
that's what. So they played the Hornets when the Hornets were on the road trip. I saw that game, and that game was very interesting. There's a lot of controversy coming out of that game because the Hornets literally guarded Steph. I'm not sure if you saw the RDC skit when guarding Steph. When he wakes up, gets out of bed, they literally did the same thing, guarding him in the tunnel. They pretty much was like, we're gonna let anybody else beat us. Draymond and Steph has a lot of comments after the game about that, but Hornets almost won that game, and that's when LaMelo didn't start. He was on a 25-minute minute restriction, and just made the other guys beat them. And, unfortunately, our bench players, they're at home. Bench players always do well at home, and they ended up doing well. And they won the game, but it wasn't a blowout. It was very close there late. But like you said, you don't know where the points are coming from. And if you think about from if they're doing a road trip or even the playoff perspective, if they make it, but if they go to the playoffs, it's going to be hard for them to depend on Post and these bench guys to actually come through. So Steph at 37 is going to have to carry the load here. Draymond is not really a points guy. He's kind of an all-around guy. Buddy Hield, we'll see. He's kind of hot or cold. And then they're going to have to depend on Kuminga if he's there, right?
If he decides to play.
Yeah. I mean, look, you and I are on both the same page. If I'm Kuminga, I'll play a few games, and I'm sitting. I'm not going to.
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why should he play at this point? It's interesting. You got to look out for yourself first, and they just botched this situation. The GM I don't know if you saw this, Dunleavy came out and said something like, I saw the trade demand, but when you make a trade demand, you got to make a demand. I don't know what the hell that means. Yeah. Yeah. He literally said that. I don't know what the hell that means, but he says when you make a trade demand, you need to, we saw it. You got to make a demand, and we'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Looks very weird over there. So, look, they're saying it's not a distraction over there, but yeah, they're getting asked about it all the time. It's definitely a distraction.
Yeah.
So from a fantasy perspective, are you like with Kuminga over there? Like, are you picking him up, running to the free agent pool, picking him up immediately? Are you playing? Are you going to look for other bench guys on the Warriors to like try to pick up?
Yep.
What are your thoughts there?
I would probably not pick up Kuminga. I mean, it's just risky because you don't know if he's going to play. You don't know if Kerr's going to let him play. I would definitely pick up some other guys because they need points from somewhere. So I would probably look at like Anthony Melton.
Yeah,
he's been playing well for them.
Melton killed the Hornets that game, by the way.
Yeah, Anthony Melton would be good. Buddy Hield, you can take a flyer on him. He's just not reliable.
What else does he get you besides points, though? Right? Does he get you
not much? I mean, no, not much at all. Like 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Like he's not not good at anything besides just like shooting threes and points. Like, and Moody's probably picked up on someone's roster, but like Moody, I would say you can pick him up. Podzimski, he's okay. I mean, he's averaging 12, 4, and 3. Like, yeah, he should get more minutes, but
yeah,
I don't think he really can do anything more than that. So, yeah, the only one I would really look is for Anthony Melton.
Yeah.
And then you can take the flyer on Kuminga, right? If at worst you just drop him if he doesn't play, but you're just losing a drop ad for that week.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that team's very hard to read, but we'll see, man. Like we'll see what happens. My opinion, they're just gonna have to blow it up next year or something. You know, maybe Steph comes home to Charlotte. We'll see, but
Steph should try and they should let him go to contender.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't know. We'll see. LeBron might try to go there to the Warriors, knowing him, but I could 1,000% see that.
That's crazy.
I could 1,000% see it. All right. Well, look, I think I want to address some trade rumors. So there is definitely a lot of talks about Zion going to the Bulls. Jorge Sanchez, shout out to you. I know you were on the last pod saying they should do that, and it looks like they were listening to the show. So yeah, that's actually a strong possibility of happening. What are your, as a Bull, you are a Bulls fan, what's your thoughts on this? Like, actually, now that it actually might come to fruition, like what do you think about that?
I don't really love it. I mean,
yeah,
Zion does have major upside. So if you're just taking a flyer, great, but he hasn't shown that he can stay healthy. And he would play the power forward. Like, I don't know who we give up in that trade.
Probably Colby, or you probably give it a Colby for sure. Like I can't imagine Colby.
Right. So we give up Colby, maybe move Trey Jones to the 2.
Maybe give up
Buzelis goes to the 3, and then Zion's at the 4. I mean,
yeah. Would you give up Vooch? I mean, are you giving up Vooch too? You know, like,
I hope not. Like, because then, I mean, the spacing would be weird. I don't know. I don't love Zion because, like, Giddey likes to get downhill, and so does Buzelis. But, like, Zion can't shoot, right? So our spacing would be weird.
Yeah.
But Vooch is a good shooter, so he's usually at the 3-point line. I don't know. It'll be weird to see how that team functions. Just from offensively. So
yeah, I haven't looked at Buzelis' 3-point percentage, but that would be interesting for him at the 3, because if you have him and Zion on the court at the same time, and Vooch, you're going to have to pretty much have those guys give him space, Zion, and spread out and give me a 3-point threat. If Buzelis is not a 3-point threat, then it's just going to kill Zion's value because they're just going to crowd the paint.
Yeah, right? I mean, Buzelis is shooting 35% from 3.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
But I think it'll just make Buzel's life harder because he's definitely quicker than most power forwards. But now if he goes against small forwards, he'll have a height advantage because he's 6'8", but he won't just be able to drive past them.
Yeah. So that's interesting, man. I think him being on there, and then another big rumor, obviously, with John Morant. I saw also there's a lot of different things going on there. Obviously, he had an argument with a teammate, but that was with something completely different than what was first initially reported.
Yep.
And look, like from Mark Stein on X, it seems like he's said that he wants to stay with the team. We'll see what happens. It's not up to him; it's up to the team. Jaren Jackson might get traded as well.
Yep.
Let me ask you: if you are the Grizzlies, right, and let's just say you're the GM, but you committed to the coach, right? Fortunately, I know you disagree with the coaches in general, but let's just say at this point you're tied to the coach.
Yep.
Right? Who are you shipping out first, right? From like a Grizzlies perspective, are you trying to get Morant? Are you trying to get Jaren Jackson out of here first? It's interesting, from a value perspective, are you waiting for Morant to play more to get his value up? Like, what's your strategy there?
I would definitely ship Morant out first.
Interesting. You're not going to wait for his value to play him more?
He's been consistently below his standard all year. You don't know if that's going to change. Like, at least the sooner you can get him out, I think you can talk to other teams and be like, look, just last year he was doing, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But if he goes the whole year playing this bad, I just think that just hurts his value.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson, I think, is easy because he's still, end of the day, he's a great defender.
He is, but what I disagree with you on somewhat is I think Jaren Jackson has a lot of perceived value from a lot of teams because he's been an all-star. But you start looking at these games he's playing, his finishing at the rim numbers extremely low, like below 20%, which is insane for rebound numbers. Very low. They've just decreased.
Yep.
And I think the more he keeps playing, his value is going to go further down. I think you got to sell high, buy low, sell high, right? And I think if you sell Jaren Jackson now, right, now is a good time to do it, right? Because it's just like you keep him on, those numbers can keep getting worse and worse, especially if you get Morant out of there. And he's going to be looked at as the number one option. I don't think he's going to fare well there. It seems like he has to play with another big, right? And so
Jaren Jackson,
yes, he has.
I don't like his best years were when he was a power forward,
right? Exactly.
And now they have him playing center, and it's similar to. I mean, AD made it work, but he even said he doesn't like playing center.
Yeah.
Right. Like he likes to play power forward.
Yeah. I just worry about big guys who don't rebound. Like that is
his rebounding numbers weren't bad as a power forward. They weren't great, but I think he likes to roam around and leave his guy to go help defense. So I'm pretty sure that he can't do that as much as a center. And plus, you don't know what the coach wants because there are some bigs who just focus on boxing out their center, and then the guard will come and get the rebound.
Yeah.
And then they just bring up the ball. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a coaching thing where he's just like, hey, I'll box out the whole possession and we'll definitely get the defensive rebound. But
yeah, we'll see.
I hear you. I didn't realize his numbers were this bad. I mean, you're averaging 5.5 rebounds as a center.
It's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
But Morant obviously is going to have market value, but it's just you don't want to do like what Atlanta did and trade him for pennies. Like that just seems that whole Trae Young trade. Like I would just rather keep him if that's the case.
Yeah.
Right. Like unless he becomes like a huge distraction, which doesn't sound like he is more media driven, but
Yep.
not sure. So we'll see. I think there's going to be a lot going on, obviously, on the trade market, particularly this year, because the draft is so strong. And it's going to be like, if you're not making the playoffs, like you can't be one of those middling teams at this one. Like
Right.
you either tanking or you trying to go for it. So we'll see what happens, but we're going to definitely have a lot to talk about. We're going to have a lot of shows around the trade rumors. A lot of we definitely have a lot of special guests around the Knicks, the Bulls, West Coast teams. Like it's going to be fun. And All-Star games coming up too. We're going to have some special shows around that. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm just looking at the draft now. Like, I mean, everyone has Darren Peterson number 1, but I mean,
the bands.
Indiana could get him.
OKC could get him.
Okay, that's just
it's the truth.
I mean, they could.
It's the truth.
But as like the Clippers have been doing better lately, so that's getting a little less likely to be a top 10 pick. But Utah is terrible. So yeah, I mean it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm interested to see kind of what happens with a lot of these teams. Like the Hornets in particular are doing well, right? They're not tanking, but like they might be like an 11 seed or something or 10 seed. But Hornets are a different position. I would. This is probably the only time I would say I'd rather us win than tank and get a draft pick. Like that's just my personal opinion. But we'll have shout out to Bill Mills in Charlotte. We're gonna have him on to talk about the Hornets too, because we're not getting enough love. Best offense in the NBA past 15 games. Just saying. But
what's your record in the past 15 games?
7-8. 7-8. Oh, don't laugh. 7-8.
So once you get the defense up there, then we could talk, I guess.
Well, I mean, there's context around that, I mean, in that we blow out OKC and losing a lot of. We lost to the Pacers on the last second shot. I lost to the Raptors last second shot. So I mean, there's a lot of context around it. But I'm very hyped for what the Hornets look like. We will have a show to talk about the Hornets and dive into them because they're doing a lot better than what people think, and I love the rotation they have.
Okay,
for sure. All right, you got any other thoughts? Kind of what's going on in the NBA now and the West Coast, or anything before we get out of here?
It's interesting. The Lakers are one loss away from being in that play-in position.
Yo, are you ready to admit that I was right about the Luka trade or what?
No, look, Luka. If you actually watch the games, okay,
I do.
Luka is not the issue. I really would say LeBron's the issue.
Okay, agree. I agree with that. I do agree with that. LeBron looks bad.
I mean, it's more like it's not even like individually either one of their faults. It's more like the GM constructed a team that has no defending.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna have Luka on your team, you need to have like good perimeter defenders, good like a good rim protector. And DeAndre Ayton is not that. Rui Hachimura is not a great defender. Like LeBron is definitely not a good defender right now. So it's just hard. It's just hard for them.
Yeah. The Hornets smacked the Lakers in LA, and it was first of all, it was great to see. But their defense is poor to say the least. But I agree with you, Luka. Yeah, I mean, look, all the hype about Luka playing better defense in the offseason, all that other stuff, that was hogwash, like I said. But But you need. I agree with you though. It's not all on him. So I'm probably being too rough on him, but it's not all on him. He needs to be surrounded with better defenders for sure.
I'll say this: in a week and a half, Lakers play New York. You better get your overs ready.
Yeah,
I see that.
Luka might drop 90 in that
over,
game.
Over on Brunson, over on Luka. Like points overs, like for sure.
Oh my god!
Don't bet on rebounding though, because there's not gonna be many misses.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! All right, look. With that, I think let's go ahead and get out of here. So guys, thank you for tuning in. We got a lot of good shows for y'all today. NBA season's heating up, man. So this is prime time here. What a time to be alive, man. So look, again, Chris Long, appreciate it. This is Todd Paul. We'll see you next time on the weekly tip off. Thank you, Fantasy Basketball Advice Network. We'll see you next time.
See you
Thanks,
guys.